Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's me, Titalaya Bankole, the Global Manicurist. I'm coming to you live from my bedroom. It's not early, but it's the middle of the week. I'm preparing for travel once again. But I wanted to come on here live just to share a few things. I tend to want to do lives. Hey, Sharon. Grand Rising, hey Paul, I tend to do lives in my rawest state, like in my natural state. And I just wanted to share something. This is what I wanted to share. I've been a professional manicurist for 3 decades, 30 years. And so before the transition of the word entrepreneurship, independence, all of those things, I definitely just wanted to take care of my responsibilities as a growing adult. And so one of my clients had a conversation with me the other morning. She got her nails done. I've been doing her nails for 15 plus years, and this will be kind of significant. Good morning, Vita. How are you? Thank you. I just wanted to share my most vulnerable moments that I have with clients. And so hey, Crystal, this is what has helped kind of groom me as a service provider. It's not always fair, but I have to share this, and I have to share this in its entirety. She shared with me that I needed to do something with my hair. I am 50. I needed to do something with my natural hair. And I don't know if anyone remember when all of my hair fell out in the back. So she said, don't get offended. And I'm like, go ahead. And so respectfully, she said, TT, you're coming in contact with a lot of people. You're being exposed to a lot of people. You need to do something. You need to do something with your hair. Hey, Tracy. And I said, okay. So I heard what she was saying. Good morning, Marnie. I heard exactly what she was saying. And basically, as an African-American woman, no, a true-born African woman, my hair isn't straight. It's soft, it's spongy. And so I didn't take offense to it, but I was it kind of hurt my feelings, because if you have something to say to someone, if you're making a recommendation to someone, hear me out, guys. Have a solution. Have a solution. Hey, have you decided to do something different with your hair? I know someone that can do blah, 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 blah. However, I've been getting my hair done for years, and different people have done my hair, and different people have damaged my hair. So right now, I don't allow too many people to touch my hair, because it will get fizzled out, and I don't want to rock a bald head today at 50. I just don't. And there are times that I might put braids in my hair. There are times that I might even blow my hair out. But anyways, the reason why I'm sharing that is because people, be very mindful of what you say to people. Be very conscientious as to what your intentions are. And know that we are here. We are all energy. We are all currency. And if you want your life to evolve, if you want to expand, if you want to grow, if you want to be healthy, you want to be happy, you want to be wealthy, what you say out of your mouth, on your tongue, is what's going to resonate in your life as well. That's why I'm not too quick to say things to people anymore. I used to be a very angry person. I used to be a very disgruntled person. I used to be an unhappy person. I used to be everything that you will call negative. I used to be those things. But I'm not those things anymore, because I understand the value of words, the value of nurturing, the value of adding value to other people, because that is what's significant in my life. Vita just mentioned my lashes, and so I get my lashes done. I love getting my lashes done because it enhances my beauty and I don't have to put on a bunch of makeup, a bunch of things that's going to, kind of like change the texture of my skin. But whatever you choose to do is on you. It's on you. And remember too, whatever you put out will come back to you. You reap what you sow. That is true. I've been doing nails for 31 years. I promise you, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Whether you are a mechanic, you work for the government, you're a teacher, you're a doctor, you're a nurse, you're a dentist, you work in a grocery store, you work in an athletic store, you work at a bank, you work at Target, you work at Walmart. Whatever you say, whatever you do, your currency will return to you. So it will behoove you to evaluate your mind. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself what you want so that you can get that in return from other people. It works. So there's this podcast I've been listening to called Dying for Sex. It's crazy. Yes, the title is crazy. And it's literally Dying for Sex. And what I gained from listening to that podcast, and if you guys are into podcast listening, hey, Paul, go and listen to this podcast. It will literally change your life. It's going to take you through an escapade, but what I learned from this podcast, this woman literally died. Not from having sex, but she died from cancer. And what I walked away with was that at 6 years old, she was molested by her mother's boyfriend. And let me tell you how predatory some people can be with children. He drugged her mom when she was 6 years old. She watched this man put some powder in her mother's orange juice to take advantage of her daughter. But her daughter saw it because her daughter was 6 years old. She didn't have the capacity to tell her Mom, he put something in your drink. Something is in your drink. Don't drink it. And so if you're on here and you have children, hey, Robin, you have children, you have minors, begin to groom your children to be, because children see a lot of things. Begin to groom your children to let your children know it's okay for them to bring to your attention what they see. Very sad, Crystal. It affected her so much so, Crystal, that all of her life she was angry at her mom. And I think, in my opinion, that is what created that seed to cause her to do the things that she did and also lose the sense of herself. Why am I sharing this? Because I too was molested at a young age. And so the reason why I am so into trying to take care of people is because I wasn't taken care of at a young age. But I don't hate my mom. My situation happened at a babysitter. However, I just want you to know that certain things that may have happened to majority of the people out here in this world happen at a young age. And so they're not always aware as to why they do the things that they do. And so it's also healthy to go seek counseling. And so, again, in addition to why I'm sharing this morning is because remember when I turned 50, I said, I didn't know 50 was going to look like this. I didn't realize that I knew I was done with certain things, but I'm definitely done with covering up things that don't serve me. And so I want to just share with you that the reason why you're welcome, Crystal, and thank you guys. Hey, Michael Barnes, thank you guys for joining me this morning. I just want you to know that the reason why I go so hard with what I do is because I want people to be happy and grateful as I am today. And also in conjunction with that, what happened to me at a very young age doesn't haunt me anymore. It doesn't taunt me anymore. Because I've sought out counseling in any area. Good morning, Tracy. I called you the other day. I'm going to call you after this live. Or you call me when you get a break. I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, my whole purpose of continuing to moving forward through counseling, through life, people going through life coaching, is because we are here to help each other. You follow what I'm saying? It's the word that I always say, prosper where you're placed. Don't despise where you are. Learn where you are so that you can grow. We're here to be learners, life learners. You know, each and every one of you are on here because I've been in contact with you in some kind of way. And know that, yes, if you've been molested before, yes, it was a horrifying thing. But just know that that person that touched you, somebody touched them. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't make it right. So like I said, if you have children on here, don't be alarmed. Begin to groom your children to bring to your attention anything that they see that's abnormal. And don't disregard them. Because they are our indicators of what needs to be done properly. You know? And again, when I heard that on the podcast is called Dying for Sex. Yes, if you've been molested and you're on here, whether you're a man or a woman, please go and seek counseling. Because as of today that I know of, I was watching a film on YouTube because I'm Nigerian. My parents are Nigerian. And yes, I see what you're saying, Vita. I was watching this YouTube page about a situation with a young girl in Nigeria. And what it showed me was that it's still happening. People are still taking advantage of vulnerable young girls. And these young girls are they're with their moms. They're helping their moms. And then a man just came in and, well, really, the young girl was like so fascinated with how nice looking the guy was. See what I'm saying? He was so nice looking and she wanted to be in his presence. And so he wasn't looking at her in that way at first, but then he thought to himself, and no one knew this, oh, okay, I can use her. But people start grooming young kids at an early age to do what they want them to do. And he did the same thing to her. He got the mother to start cooking for him. He paid her all this extra money. And then one day, she was at his house. He gave her an additional $30,000 before he attempted to groom her. And when he started grooming her, it was so crazy. Meaning he started in an area, he didn't penetrate her at all, but he just started nuking her. And in him nuking her, he eventually got his friends to gangbang her, but he had to drug her. So what am I saying, ladies and gentlemen? We all have to go through some type of healing, and that's what we're here for. There's a time to heal. There's a time to be hurt. There's a time for everything. But if you're on here, and again, Crystal, I'm so sorry. The trauma that we all have been through as African Americans from our ancestors to now, do yourself the due diligence and go get counseling. It'll help you. Go get counseling so that you can begin to see things with a different lens. Because when you come to the realization that everyone has experienced some type of trauma, you'll be able to have grace. You'll be able to have patience. You'll be able to just listen and not react, but listen and respond. You know? And so that's what I wanted to say. And I also wanted to say thank you for stopping by this morning. All of you have really just added value to me today. And Vita, here's the thing. God, it's an ongoing process. I know for me, it's an ongoing process. I know yesterday I was speaking to a client and I inadvertently said, stop talking to her, and she went off. And I didn't mean to offend her. I apologized to her. And here's the thing. All you can do is apologize. Or especially if your intention was not to offend someone. All you can do is apologize and hope that they will earnestly forgive you so that you can move on and continue the transaction that was currently there for you guys to connect. And at the same time, we weren't born by accident. We're here for a purpose, you know. Yes, material things, having a house, having a car, shopping and doing these things, all those things are just added things. But to be happy, healthy, joyful, and just wealthy in health, it's priceless. Listening to that podcast, when it says dying for sex, and this woman was dying. She had terminal cancer. And man, you guys got to go listen to it. It's on Apple, and it's gonna make you laugh. It's gonna make you go, ugh. But listen to it to the end, and I promise you, you will understand where I'm coming from when I say everyone has gotten. You don't want to die of a terminal illness because you didn't deal with your hurt and trauma from your past, because these things that have happened to us affect us. If we feel good from a person that we like, but then we feel hurt from the person that we don't like, what do you think those things do? That's energy. That's energy. So, like I said, life is to be lived, and it's to be lived abundantly, and it's to be cared for. And guess what? You only get one life. So, thanks for joining me this morning. I'm actually in the midst of creating a YouTube page so I can share my thoughts, my experience, the way that I see it, so that I can help other people. I hope that you will join me there. My YouTube page is Titilayo Bankole. If you don't mind, go and subscribe. And yeah, that's what I got. But right now, this is my vulnerable me. This is what I look like when I wake up in the morning. No makeup on. Look, I took my glasses off. I can't see. But I can see a silhouette, but I really can't see everything in detail. But thank you, and I appreciate you guys. If you don't mind, share this video. In the meantime, do yourself a favor and smile so that a person can smile back at you. And don't go disturb somebody's life because you're miserable. All right, bye.